Every year there are nearly 13,000 road accidents in Nepal. Last year, 2,736 people lost their lives and 10,731 were seriously injured. Those who survive often have spinal cord, brain and musculoskeletal injuries and chronic pain, requiring long-term and lifelong rehabilitative care. But specialist rehabilitation in Nepal is nearly non-existent. There is no government specialist rehabilitation centre in Nepal. The Spinal Injury Rehabilitation Centre is an NGO-run 51-bedded unit who do their best and treat such patients from all 77 districts of Nepal and provide inpatient rehabilitation for 300 individuals every year.
So traditionally, the rehabilitation, people has to go to the hospitals or rehabilitation center. But for the people who have some disabilities, they can't move. For those people, the concept of telerehabilitation is really helpful so that they don't need to have to travel, and we can provide the rehabilitation services and distance consultations while they are at home.
For patients and their carers, it can take up to 2 days to travel to the centre from more remote areas. Attending the centre can see patients incur considerable travel costs. These can be as much as 6 times the cost of a consultation in some cases.
तपाईँ खोटाङमा भएपछि तपाईले त्यहाँ हामीलाई कुरा गर्ने अनि तपाईलाई आवश्यकता परेको चाहिँ हामीले सके जति तपाईलाई गर्ने अनि उहाँले चाहिँ अब के तपाईँबाटै सुरु गरिदिन्छ हामी भन्दै हुनुहुन्छ हुन्छ ओके इट्स भेरी ह्याप्पी हजुर अनि कहिले जानुहुन्छ खोटाङ तपाईँ यहाँबाट अब 6-7 कति दिन
This project will help us understand whether a teleconference system could be applied to rehabilitation to manage people with long-term disabilities. And it's exciting that it's come at the right time when the government is prioritizing such technology, and it's part of Nepal's e-health strategy 2015.
One of the first patients to experience a telerehabilitation service was Mr. RN. Mr. RN is a 25-year-old man who was left with weakness in all 4 limbs after traumatic injury to his cervical spine. He received initial rehabilitation in the rehabilitation centre and was discharged home to his family when he was able to self-propel his wheelchair and was independent in his personal care. Once home, he deteriorated. His family unfortunately left him. He was unable to leave his house, developing pressure sores and living with incontinence. He had no way of using his wheelchair to move beyond his house due to the difficult terrain and no suitable paths that can be used by a wheelchair. A social worker from the rehabilitation centre visited Mr. RN and used the telerehabilitation system to connect via a video link to a multidisciplinary team at the rehabilitation centre. The team were able to identify the needs of the patient and provided remote interventions via the social worker. The social worker helped regarding better management of daily activities, alongside helping with management of his mobility, bladder, bowels and pain, as well as skin care for his pressure sores. During the January visit, the UK team and partners at the Rehabilitation Centre had very productive discussions with the Nepal Health Secretary, Mr. Kajiraj Baral, and Ministry of Health, Information Technology and Health Services teams. The UK team and partners at the Rehabilitation Centre will be actively involved in developing telerehabilitation and specialist rehabilitation services in Nepal. An evaluation of the telerehabilitation service is underway and findings will be reported later in 2020.
So in this way, this telerehabilitation project with the University of Leeds is very important, and thank you so much University of Leeds for providing us grant to run this project. And I think this is just the beginning. We want to continue this project throughout the year. Okay, thank you.